Hi, deciding from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got another book to read for you. Today book is Snow White Christmas for 1986. So let's get started. Oh, what a lot of work there was. It was the last day before Christmas. Snow White was coming to visit her friends. The Seven Dwarfs was busy cleaning the windows, washing the dishes, mopping the floor, and waxing the table. Work, 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 said Grumpy. That is all we do, all except Dopey. But Dopey did not hear Grumpy. He was too busy watching a spider. Later, Dopey tagged after Doc, and Grumpy, he watched them cut down a big Christmas tree. It will look lovely with decorations, said Doc, as they carried the tree home. Back home, the dwarfs decorate the tree. Doc arranged the glittering garland. Grumpy put the star on top of the tree. Happy hung the glass balls. Oops, cried Batfo, dropping a ball. Snow White will be so surprised when she sees how clean our house is, said Sleepy as he fluffed up a pillow. Batfo busily swept the floor. Happy tied the mantelpiece. Sneezy carried in wood for the fire. Doc rolled out dough for the cookies. Bashful mixed up the cake batter. Grumpy stirred the soup on the stove. The dwarfs were so busy that they did not notice that someone was missing. It was Dopey who was missing. He had set off into the woods all by himself. It was he was going to meet Snow White. Dopey was certain that he could find the way on his own. He walked deeper into the woods as snow began to fall. What fun it was catching snowflakes on his tongue. Then the snow started to fall harder, and the wind began to blow stronger. Dopey left his wet gloves behind on a branch. The wood looked very different now. Which way was the way to go? Dopey was cold and tired. He sat down near a tree to keep warm. Where was Snow White? Maybe if he stayed right here, she would be by soon. Yes, she was sure to be by soon. But Snow White had not even left the castle yet. She was busy packing presents for the doors. I can't wait to see my friends, she said. It had been so long. Meow purred the two kittens at her feet. They did not want her to go. Snow White picked up a kitten. I will not be gone long, she said, and when I come back, we will have Christmas here. The prince came to say goodbye. He helped Snow White put on her cap, or cape. I must hurry now, Snow White told the prince as she ran down the stairs. I will be back tomorrow. The prince went up to the tower. Goodbye, he called. Snow White turned and waved. The prince watched Snow White grow smaller and smaller as she went deeper into the woods. The prince was so busy watching Snow White that he did not notice the dark clouds filling the sky. A storm was coming. On into the forest went Snow White. It was so nice to see her friends. Woodland friends again. Hello, Thumper. Merry Christmas, Snow White said to the little rabbit. And there's Flower. Merry Christmas to you too, Snow White told the skunk. I'm on my way to see the seven doors. Won't you both come along with me? Snow White greeted two little foxes, Todd and Vixie. The birds in the schooner came too. And then who came out of the woods to greet Snow White? But Bambi. Snow White gave the young deer a hug. Bambi, how big you have grown. You must come with us too, Snow White said. Won't the dwarfs be surprised to see all of you? That will be the best Christmas present of all. It was a long way to the house of the seven doors. Soon a heavy snow began to fall. I am lucky to have you along, Snow White told her animal friends. Without you, I am sure I would be lost in the woods. Bambi led the way, but all of a sudden he stopped. In his track, he must have spotted someone far away. Who could it be? It was Dopey. He was shivering from head to toe. He had been waiting for Snow White for so long. Come, we must all seek shelter from the storm, Snow White said. Bambi seemed to know a good place. He started to run. So did the other animal. Snow White wrapped Dopey in her cape and followed them. It was not long before Bambi found a cave. Everyone went inside. Why, it's much warmer in here, and there's plenty of room for all of us, Snow White said. She hugged Dopey and added, Dopey, it was foolish to sit down in the snow. I hope you will not catch a bad cold. We'll wait here until the storm is over. The dwarfs had finished their work. Now they was waiting for Snow White. Bashful served cups of hot chocolate. I wonder where Snow White is, said Doc. She should have been here by now. Happy was hanging a wreath. And do you know who else is not here? Happy said, Dopey, I have not seen him for a long time. Then Sleepy woke up. Dopey, he said, I know where Dopey is. He left to meet Snow White. Doc looked out the window. It's snowing hard now. I hope Dopey had not lost his way, he said. I am going out to find Dopey, Doc said. Grumpy decided to go with Doc. They each took a lantern and went out into the storm to search for Dopey. Doc and Grumpy walked for a while in the heavy snow. Look there, cried Grumpy. Dopey glove. I hope he's all right, said Doc. Look, footprints, cried Doc. Let's follow them. In a little while, Doc and Grumpy came up on a cave. It was one where Snow White, Dopey, and all the animals had taken shelter. There you are, cried Grumpy and Doc, and you're all safe. Everyone stayed in the cave until the storm was over. Then they all set off into the woods. At last they saw the dwarf's little house. Merry Christmas, Snow White cried, while Sleepy and Happy opened the door. She pointed to the animals. I have brought a few friends with me, she added. I hope you do not mind. The dwarf was happy that everyone was safe. Come in, said Sleepy and Happy. Everyone is welcome. Snow White gave Bambi a big kiss. If not for you, Snow White said, we might still be out in the cold. Snow White gave a letter to one of the birds. Take this to the prince, so he will know that I am safe, Snow White said. Then everyone sung and danced around the tree. The tree looked beautiful. And then it was time for the presents. The friendly animal gathered around Snow White. She brought out her basket of presents. There was one for each dwarf, and one of the dwarfs had a present for Snow White, too. What a wonderful Christmas, Snow White said, and everyone, even Grumpy, agreed. So that was Snow White Christmas for 1986. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, and have a groovy day. Well, another video coming out real soon.